listening to, watching, hearing, smelling, tasting, and feeling sex, drugs, and skincare. Like and subscribe. Hi, welcome back to. That was so like energetic, huh?
That was good. I believed it.
I'm
Wow.
still. Do I have to do it again, Alex? Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. Ready? Hi. Welcome back to Sex, Drugs, and Skincare.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Nice
Sorry.
to see you again.
Nice to see you again as well. I was like kind of doing this. I realized that I was like, I look at myself in the monitor and I'm kind of doing this.
You know
So
what? A lot of guests do that.
Yeah, slumping.
Yes.
Sorry about
sit
that.
on the pillow. That's what I do.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you look like you're sitting up straight.
Yeah, I did not sit on the pillow. Full disclosure, but I almost a disclaimer. Full disclosure, but
Right.
I just gonna use this moment to work on my posture.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I don't really do that enough. Really.
Let's all do that. Okay,
It feels,
I'm done.
It feels good.
Yeah?
I guess.
It looks good.
Does it look? Do I look like I'm forcing myself to do this?
No, it looks
Or I look
totally
like-
natural.
It does look natural. You look natural.
Yeah. What
You-
about our guest?
Jackie looks-
Jackie looks.
It,
She's
it
got-
doesn't. It's such a weird way to sit.
It's
It
not
is.
Jackie, by the way. It's a different person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when I sit like that, I feel like I'm sitting pretentiously.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It looks
Looks
but
good, though.
It doesn't look like you're forcing yourself
I don't
to
look
do
like
it,
a
though.
stick in the mud.
No.
No.
That's the way I feel. I feel like I'm like, who's this idiot?
Yeah, I feel like it makes me feel like I'm
Yeah,
speaking to
but
people
it
like I
looks
think I'm
normal?
better than them.
You know, this actually ties into what we're going to talk about today, which
Knots?
we're
Oh,
going
okay.
to talk about double chins,
Oh,
right? And the posture is
That-
such a big part of it.
because I can't really see myself on the camera monitor because it is pretty, like, I don't know, it's like
Far away.
7 feet away. But I can definitely. The first thing I thought of was like, squinching my neck because I don't have a long neck to begin with. So the double chin was like, oh, maybe I should do this so that people see more of my neck or see less of my chin.
Yeah.
I guess. But yeah, that's a good point. And then tilting your head. I've also heard that like tilting your head forward because this is not a normal way to stand.
Right.
And it's bad for your neck. So if you actually, this is like the normal way.
But then
where,
that
like, your
gives you more of the
chin-
double chin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Unless you
then
put
you
your head
kinda have
out.
to, that's if you're taking headshots and you do this.
Yeah.
Because then it looks like you're elongating that. Anyways, so I think being uncomfortable, it's like wearing shoes that are too small for you, but you do it anyways because your butt looks great.
Yeah.
So
true.
it's like I'm in terrible pain, and my shoulder blades have such tension in between them. But I feel like I look more presentable.
You do. You look very handsome.
Yeah. You would call me. I feel like this look. You would call me back for a second interview and then tell me I don't have the job. Not the first one. The first one is like,
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
it's okay.
That was so funny. It made me cough.
Yeah. You've been eating dust still?
I smoked a little bit of weed.
With dust? Angel dust. Angel
With
dust.
dust,
will
yeah, there's
definitely.
dusted.
Angel dust will
By
get
the
into
angels.
into your pores, into your sinuses.
Into
I
my
mean.
pores. You've been smoking. By the way, we're filming these back to back, so that's why I'm wearing the same outfit. And we were just talking. I think it was maybe with our guest that a lot of times you wear the same clothes every night. So I'm wearing my pajamas. Sandra's wearing his pajamas that match.
And never change.
I know. And then our guest, I don't know what. I didn't make that.
Who's
did-
It was good. It's like a tennis match that we all turned our heads.
I love the.
We all studied farcical comedy. We're like, oh.
But for a second, I thought you said fartsicle.
It
that was
kind of came out like that.
fartsicle.
That's gotta.
Because I was smoking angel dust.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what it is. It's in the air. Yeah. It's like reminds me of my favorite actor, Paul Lynde. Paul Lynde.
Paul Lynde?
Sorry, Paul Lynde.
Paulin.
Anyways,
Oh, Paulin. Yeah.
Are we rolling?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe if you were sitting up straight, you could have
I
enunciated
probably could
better.
have enunciated.
Yeah.
Ironically,
Yes.
yeah, I think it's probably better. What if posture is everything? What if the reason why we have indigestion and all that kind of stuff is because we do this
I bet
and we
it
just
is.
get ourselves closer and our bodies need to be like our organs need to be aligned.
I think that's part of it. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
definitely feel better doing this. I want to get used to doing this. I don't want to like stand up straight and then be like, oh, I actually hurt myself standing up straight because I feel like I would actually like.
because you need to practice first.
I need to practice because this feels uncomfortable after a minute.
Oh, okay. It looks perfect though.
Does it really?
Yeah, it really does.
See, it feels like it's.
It makes sure it elongates your neck and it just makes your shoulders look nice and it looks good.
okay.
Yeah, I'll show you because this is being filmed, so I can show you later.
Oh, get out of town.
Yeah, I can't. So yeah.
Stay here.
So that tied in with what I was saying.
Mhm.
How many minutes do you? I think we're good.
You think we're good? Yeah, let's just go home.
You feel? Yeah. Sorry, guest.
Thank you so much for having me.
Be my
You
guest.
guys-
Go home.
Yeah. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
That's a carry on from the last episode. So yeah, let's bring out our guest.
I'm cited.
You're cited. That's what. Yeah, I am. Don't be so
I'm
cited. Yeah.
Don't be so cited.
Yeah.
That was from you. I think it's.
It is. It's what my little sisters used to say.
Don't be so cited.
Yeah, one of them, they were twins, and so one of them would have something that the other one didn't have, and they didn't really, they were babies. And so Rachel would be like, they're Rachel and Becky, Rachel would be like, look what I got this thing. And Becky would be like, she'd just go, don't be so cited. Like, I don't know. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I guess.
But I also like the fact that, like, she learned that from an adult.
Don't be so excited.
Don't be so excited.
Yeah.
Which is like, when somebody's excited, let them be excited. It's just so funny how, like, don't be so excited. But then it's also cute because it's don't be so cited.
At what a young age we just tear down people's
Yeah.
dreams and excitement.
Yeah.
Don't be so excited. Get ready for life.
hilarious.
It's going to be disappointing.
I never even thought of it that way.
It's so funny. It's like they learned it from someone.
My mom.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm saying,
But
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's so funny.
Don't be. Yeah. So that was how she actually felt that. Don't be so excited.
Yeah, don't be so excited.
Yeah. Don't be so cited. Oh my God. I'm gonna show her this.
Yeah,
She's gonna
please.
laugh. She's gonna laugh.
Absolutely.
Okay. So this guest coming out, I think I'm looking at my camera. I've known her for a very long time. She is a very, very funny comedian. Like,
She's a very
heard-
funny person.
She is
too.
a very
the
funny
more you get
person.
to know her, like you're like, oh my god, yeah. I saw her not too long ago at the Comedy Store. Like I haven't seen you. Like you're not even in the room.
I know. Don't talk
But
about it.
and we were
She's-
just like riffing in the back, and I was just like I was like, oh my god, I forgot how funny. Like, I forgot because I haven't seen her in so long.
Yeah.
But I was like, just yeah, it's a delight when someone's funny on and off stage. It's not that common.
No, yeah.
Not as common as you would think.
You would think, right.
Because a lot of people are also. She also lets you get to know her. Some
She
people,
does.
some people don't. I mean, at the surface level, she
She's
probably
not
hates me.
withholding, but yeah.
No, she's not withholding, but she's also could be a good liar.
That's very
So
true.
that's good. Either way, welcome to Los Angeles. That she's already been living here. So
For a long time.
yeah.
Okay. I'm so
I feel like I don't even need to be here.
I know
you're
you're
good.
gonna go. So, this person, by the way, you said the perfect word, delight. You said
Yeah.
this person is a delight. She's so funny. She's a client of mine, and I just love her so much. She's just a warm person. Start clapping. Come to the couch. Jackie Gold.
Hey, oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, oh,
Thank
there
you.
you go. Yeah.
Hey,
So we're
hi.
continuing our conversation about pits, tits, and clits,
Pits, tits,
that
clits.
Jackie brought up. Yes.
Yeah.
We were talking about hair removal.
Hair removal. That I did it. Mm-hmm. It was good. I liked it, but it's made me probably like I now miss, like I'll leave and like go to a party and I'm like, oh, because there'll be like the stragglers that it didn't take, and I in regular day life don't notice that until like you're dressed for something.
Oh no, yeah.
Like this, like I got dressed and I was like, oh, do I actually have to probably check before I leave the house?
It's like you have like a Clydesdale horse hair around your ankle, kind of like the
Honestly.
Budweiser. And I love, by the way, what you've worn today.
I wore a onesie for you.
She's wearing a onesie in case you're not
This was my little
watching.
like pajama,
So
pajama wear.
Comfy, comfy.
You look
Yeah.
very 90s.
Oh my god, I look like I'm going to a Nirvana concert.
You do.
What are they up to these days,
You
you,
do.
guys? Is there going to be a revival tour?
I guess somebody's version of Nirvana
yeah.
was
What's Dave
different than
Grohl going to be
mine.
doing now without Taylor? We could
Oh
do a
my
Nirvana.
God, I know.
Just
He's
kidding.
0 for
Did you
2.
mean to say revival? Is it because he's dead?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was good. Sometimes I don't know.
That one got by me. That was
What?
great.
No, I didn't know that. Yeah. Did you know?
I didn't see it on Twitter. Did Kurt Cobain die?
Yeah.
It wasn't on the tweets. Nobody tweeted.
It wasn't on the tweets.
It wasn't on the tweets. I think I'm very good at social media, you guys.
You should
So
tweet
good.
yourself.
I should tweet myself.
Yeah.
No, I have to thread myself now.
Oh, that's right.
Like-
I decided to tweet myself to get off of Twitter.
That's a good
I
idea.
tweeted myself.
Yeah.
I
You
treated myself. Sorry. I treated
Yeah,
myself.
you're not sitting up straight. That's why
Oh,
you
that's
had
what it
that
is.
type of hiccup.
Yeah.
Even the riffs
Yeah.
are off.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. It affects everything.
Oh, see, it delayed my rim shot too.
Yeah, your
delayed-
posture made her rim shot
Yeah,
delayed.
God.
That's how
Everything
it's
was
far
off.
spreading. Your bad posture.
The bad
is.
posture actually will cause delay in analog. We're not even digital people.
No,
It's crazy.
no.
No fingers.
No fingers.
I will
No
say, going
digitals.
back
Thank you.
to your neck talk that
Yeah.
you guys were
Mm-hmm.
talking about earlier, somebody had told me there was a trick, which is what's my camera, Leno? This
Yeah.
one over here. Okay.
Leno,
Hey, Fallon.
really
here's my-
current.
I didn't catch
Conan
that for a
O'Brien,
second.
which
yeah.
is my camera. But they said like if you put your tongue to the roof of your mouth, so like if this is normal, and then you're like,
Well, this is the denouement of the whole podcast, by the way. My whole thing
Is
was
doing
was
that.
going
I can
to.
see the muscle.
That's the final.
oh, did I
thing.
just cut to the chase? This podcast's over again,
All right,
you guys.
Thank you so much for
Again,
tuning in.
I didn't need to be here.
But you know what? It is. It's very important, and there's a lot of other stuff to talk about. But yes, it is. But we were talking about posture, so it is so important, and tongue posture is very important. What is that?
That's,
Tongue posture.
My tongue's not sitting up straight.
Yeah. Slouching.
It's not trained.
Maybe that's what like the main problem of like lisps are.
It
that
is.
There's not like the posture. Is it tongue posture for
Well,
real?
it is. It's a palate thing. So
Oh,
it does
okay,
affect your
okay,
tongue.
okay.
Yeah, it's a palate
I
issue.
thought it was like
Okay.
a codependency between the tongue and the teeth. We're like, I need you so much.
They have a symbiotic relationship.
They do. Although we need to bleep that out because we're not sponsored by speech impediments
Oh,
or
that's true.
lisps. So just it's on my to-do list. But go ahead.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, well, we're already talking about. Why does it say we're 46 minutes in? Are we really 46 minutes in?
No, I think.
okay.
I think
We're way down. Okay, I was
yeah.
like, wow, time has really gone by fast.
Yeah.
we go by. We're on a 40 scale here. Everything is baseline 40.
20 minutes.
It's like a
in?
Celsius.
Okay,
it's like a
that's good to know.
Celsius scale. Okay, yeah, I
good.
got
You
you.
guys know you're just looking at a nest. It's just a nest on the wall.
Yeah, somebody pushed it so we can go inside. It's a doorbell ring. It's a ring doorbell.
It's just the thermostat that you guys keep checking. You're like, oh my God, we've been on for 75. Oh God, it's been 75 minutes for a
long
while.
time.
It feels cooler than that in here. Time goes by really fast.
Wait, and then it's like cut 4 hours later, and you're like, it's only been 68 minutes? How did it go down?
We've been here for 2. Oh no, that doesn't make sense. 2 hours.
We've been here for probably 2 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
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 What is that?
Kelvin.
Yeah, I couldn't think of Kelvin,
Kelvin.
fast enough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
I was
what
like
the-
kinetic.
Kinetic, yeah.
You've been
That's a
here-
K, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
Wasn't Kelvin
That's
K?
a K.
K.
That's okay.
It's K. It's just a completely different form
Don't
of
worry that
measurement.
you missed out on that because it's a K. It's a
Don't
K.
get so cited.
Come on.
Don't get so cited.
I'm so sorry
I
that
love
you
the
said that.
pessimism in the family. We're like literally, like your mom has just never been happy at anything that your sister picked up. Like, don't get so excited.
Have we talked about this before?
Let's not get
or did
excited.
you,
10
aside
minutes
from
ago.
that, oh my
Yeah.
God! But you did. You made like a very,
She made
very
the jump,
astute
yeah.
observation.
A callback.
Yeah, and not even just a callback, but very accurate portrayal of the mom
Of your family?
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, I took one psychology class
You
in
did? Oh.
community college. So, yeah, no, line up.
It works.
My dad took psychology so he could manipulate people. It's
Do you
literally
believe that? Is that what he said, or is that what you believe?
that's what he said.
That's hilarious. Oh
yeah,
my
he
god.
that's told my
admirable.
stepdad. Yeah, my parents are very bizarre. We've seemed to have gotten into
I
that a lot.
kind of find that fascinating. And I think I kind of admire your dad's honesty because I feel like, yeah, I'm obsessed with serial killers, which has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
No.
But for that exact reason, like figuring out like why they do the
Yeah.
things they do, what makes their brain tick. Like,
Yeah.
I am so upset. I'm like, because it's so opposite of how my brain works, where I'm like, I need to know.
Totally.
Yeah, yeah.
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 I
your
like to watch
biggest
them
thrill.
lie. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
You
off.
like to watch them lie?
I like to see what people's faces do when they lie because you can. There's,
That I'm not good at.
There's reads that, but if you sometimes you, I don't know. Sometimes and the way they act, sometimes it's like over the top, or sometimes it's just like they're not. I don't know.
Once I know that that's a tell, like when people are like, oh, okay, if they, repeat your question in the answer, they're like buying time. Or if they look in a direction,
Right.
or if they're this. So then I've become so hyper aware that then I start watching everything I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, am I exhibiting? And then I think that I'm like, oh, but I'm trying to convince you I'm telling the truth. But now I'm like, is that overselling? And
Yeah, yeah,
I
Am I lying?
once I know the tricks, I'm like, oh my God, but then did I look to the left? But I was just like, I will immediately think and analyze like if I'm doing those things.
You've really gotten into your head with this.
Yes. And then I'm like, but I know I'm telling the truth, but I think I'm doing lying characteristics now.
The next time I see you and speak to you outside of like a skincare environment, I'm going to know that this is going on inside your brain the whole time. And
Just, yeah.
Do you ever
appreciate that.
overcompensate and like just
And all
make
of that's going
all the eye
on,
contact?
and then I remain a pleasure to be around.
I know
There you
that's
go.
actually
Deli-
quite
See,
a talent.
that's what I'm saying.
It's a talent.
Pretending.
Skill.
Pretending.
Such
yes.
a
Yeah.
skill.
As
Hiding
long as-
neuroses.
Well, as long as you look like you want to be where you happen to be.
Yeah.
That's true.
No, I enjoy being around people.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell.
Like it was very hard to get out of the house. Like I was like, oh, okay, got to put yourself together, Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
But then once I left the house, I'm like, oh, who can I go? Maybe I'll go to dinner afterwards.
Really?
Like, you know,
Yeah, because you're out.
Yeah,
You've
I'm
done
So
already
it.
that
out.
night at the Comedy Store that I saw you and I'm
I have
sidetracked.
zero recollection.
Okay, you said you were going to go to a supper club.
I did. I am a member of a very fancy supper club.
Okay.
Have you told me about this?
Possibly. You're very welcome to come. It's like honestly like right down the block. We
Oh
can
my
go after this
God.
if you want.
that's
If,
hilarious.
as long as you guys have changed your clothes, don't embarrass me.
Sorry, it's not going to happen. Your
Yeah, so
supper
what did
mom.
I say? I don't even. That sounds so pretentious.
you-
was
you-
I sitting up straight while I said it?
You
were,
probably,
for
yes,
sure.
I
because
think
that
you were.
sounds super pretentious.
I think it was.
You and
In
your
fact,
supper
Was that
club.
like this?
I happened to look up this address for here because I saw this same street in an old Columbo episode.
That's right.
So I looked it up and I did see something supper club around here, and I couldn't remember if that's the name of the place you told me
I-
about or dinner club
I
or.
think there actually is a music venue or something called the Supper Club.
Oh, okay, yeah,
but
yeah,
that's
yeah.
not.
That's not the
that's
one.
what I
Oh,
was
you know
Okay.
what? I think you're right.
Yeah, but I think there is like a music venue called the Supper Club.
But you go to like an
Yeah,
exclusive.
that Supper Club's not exclusive. I mean, you just buy a ticket. It's not
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
Oh, right.
my social club.
What
But your
things do
social
you
club's
sup?
different.
What are
Yeah.
you supping?
What do you mean?
What's the supper when you go? Like, what type of foods do they give
I
you?
don't think I said supper. I feel like
dinner
Sandra
club. Oh,
you
remembered
said
it as
supper
like a
club?
supper club.
Yeah, it's a dinner club, right? Or,
It's
just
like
like
a
a
social
dinner
club.
club?
It's
Oh, so-
like
okay, I thought it was
it's
like a-
like a Soho House type of thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
It's like a
gotcha.
Soho House
I
on
thought you
crack.
said supper
where
club.
like they cover up your phone, you can't take pictures.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Like very like yeah.
Maybe you said Maybe you said I'll go there to eat. Do
I
they
think
eat
maybe
there?
I said, except I would never use the word supper, but
Yeah.
I probably was going for a supper time meal.
Okay. Okay.
time.
Supper
Supper
time.
is just
Yeah.
Supper time sadness. Supper
Supper
time
Yeah.
sadness.
I love that Will Smith song. Somebody that oh my god, it's just that you're just flipping M's for P's.
Supper time in
Supper in summer. It's
Yeah.
what a lazy.
I was doing a lot of Del Rey, but she
great.
and
Oh.
Will Smith are very similar.
I do confuse them for each other a lot.
Always,
You
yeah.
never saw them at a party.
No, have you ever seen the two of them in the same place at the
Never,
same time?
never.
at the same
Yeah,
supper
that's what I'm
club.
saying.
They don't sup together.
Never at the same supper
No,
club.
they're
They
not
do not
supping.
dinner together.
They
No.
never like what's up because they
No.
don't ever around that time together
Never.
for dinner.
You never hear like sup.
Sup?
This was supper.
This was supper. That's supper inappropriate.
Which means like it's supper, but it's also subpar. So it's
Oh,
if you say
subpar.
supper,
Yeah.
this was supper is like awesome, and then like if you're saying like supper would be like subpar.
Yeah.
But you have
It's
to say it like that. Subpar.
Subpar.
Subpar. It's like
Okay,
somebody
so
being
sad.
like a supper and a downer
Yeah.
because you get it the other way around. You're like, ugh. You know? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Or if you're talking about a guy and a girl, if you're talking to a guy about a female, you could be like, "Did you supper?"
Instead of saying what's up.
No.
Okay. What'd you
I
have
think-
for dinner? What's up?
I was saying like,
Oh,
supper.
yeah, supper.
Oh, okay.
Supper?
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 Like what's supper?
Yeah, you go, yeah.
Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Damn it!
But I also like what you did with your fingers, like
Supper.
you're like an Italian
Like
mother
you're-
being
you're
really
capiching
vulgar.
inside of her.
Yeah.
Did you compete? You capiche.
You've got
Yeah.
two girls, by the way.
You complete?
You're inside to competition.
It's like two artichokes. It's like an artichoke you're doing with
Yeah.
your hand.
And
yeah.
just like an artichoke, you never eat the outer lining.
You never do. You throw them away.
Go right for the inside. And that was the sex part of sex, drugs, and skincare
Yes. Check.
with Nikki.
Yeah.
I feel like I derailed this podcast.
There's no derailing.
There's
this
no train.
podcast now. Yeah.
No
no
thoughts,
train?
no trains.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like just like
Yeah.
we just go crazy and then like I look at the clock and I go, all right, we probably should start wrapping it up. So
You're like, we have 5 minutes left.
Let's talk about the thing.
We still have to do
Yeah.
drugs and skincare. We got 5 minutes left. Let's go.
we got drugs to do. So yeah, what else? Do you have anything else that you want to talk about? Yeah, sitting up
I don't
straight.
know.
Yeah, get
We're
up
talking
there.
about
Yeah.
Posh.
That's such a stupid question to ask as a podcaster. Like that's probably like in podcast 102. Like don't just be like, so do you have anything you want to say?
I think it's
Podcast 101 was by the mic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then podcast 102 is like, yeah, start a podcast and then just be like, what do you like that's my like pet peeve, right? When comics go, what do you guys want to talk about?
Right.
Yo, yeah.
I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
You tell us.
I like doing that right as I'm about to tell a joke. What do you guys want to talk about? So then it's like I just go right into it
It's very Sandra.
because then it's like you make them think, you make people think like they
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
and then take it
That's
away right
important.
away from the.
It's funny because then, but they've become well trained to be like, I'm not supposed to answer rhetorical questions, and then you're
right.
like, oh, but I.
But he
That
said,
is true. Yeah. The one time you want them to say something.
Yeah. I have one joke now where I'm like, no, I was actually asking for your advice.
Oh,
Please tell me. You can write it in a letter. Just let me know. I don't know.
Well, you know what? I have something for you. Sandra just handed this to me, so I was going to. So the last episode was about 80s skincare. So
Are these lip smackers?
lip smackers, and so I saved 2 for you.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Well,
Don't
then-
be so excited, though.
Don't be so excited.
Yeah.
Don't be so excited.
That's what, no, you gotta be, don't be so excited. They're not the glittery ones. Don't be so excited. These are great, which actually then shows like they took the 80s ones and then in the 90s, because I was born in the 80s, but I'm a 90s kid.
Yeah.
Hence the
outfit.
Yep.
I do think that like when you look at like sad people walking along like Sunset Boulevard and you're like, this guy, why does I feel like most people dress from like the time that they peaked.
Like, what band were you in?
You know, like when you're
Yeah,
looking
I
at
could
some
see
guy
that.
and he still has like the frosted tips and like the Ed Hardy hat and like the acid wash, like he was
the man.
shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, am I allowed to curse
Yeah.
on your podcast?
Of course.
Okay. He was
Just not on the
shit.
couch.
So like that was, well, you're on the cum couch now.
That's definitely the CC for sure.
But like, you know, like he, like that was his era.
Yeah.
And now like that was probably time of his life where he is just forever trying to recapture that.
I think that makes so much sense because when I see dudes walking up and down like this part of Sunset, which
Yeah.
is like the rock and roll, like I think is that
like
what you mentioned?
Rainbow Room.
Yeah,
Like,
oh,
you go to
yeah.
Rainbow Room.
Yeah.
Like when
The
they're like
rainbow,
all
yeah,
these
that-
dudes are wearing and they're wearing so many rock and they're still wearing so many accessories and I'm like you have to really like it if you're gonna put all those things on.
And they're dressed like they just came from like a Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Concert.
just because it's today.
Right, but
Yeah.
to them, like that was the quintessential thing, probably at like the peak of their life.
Totally.
And for me, I peaked junior high, and so there I am in all my
I
'90s
like
glory.
it.
Oh, junior high was great. I had a boyfriend.
Oh, God.
You know, times were good. So these lip smackers take me back, but.
Smell them and tell me if they smell any.
But I was gonna
good.
say, like, if they started in the '80s and the '90s is when they started doing them glittery.
Oh, okay. I see. I didn't have them in the
This
90s.
smells.
That's kiwi, right?
Kiwi
Is it
smells
nice?
bomb.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Are these? Do I actually get to keep them?
Yes.
Or no?
No,
You have to give them
just
back
get to
at the end
smell
of the
them.
show.
Should I like dibs?
You
No
can't.
backsies.
You just can't wear them outside.
Yeah. How was that one? Did you smell it?
Yeah, and I licked it because
Oh,
I was
but-
claiming it as mine. Like when you're a kid and you're like, "It's mine."
I know. I saw that, but I'm asking. Yeah.
Nobody commented, so I needed validation.
I was laughing.
I couldn't tell if you actually did it on
I had
this
to
side.
repeat the joke until it got the the laugh I wanted.
I'm so glad.
That's all you have to do.
How does that
so
one smell?
I
What is that?
love chapsticks and free chapsticks, especially. I have a tooth implant.
Oh.
It's cost me $3,000. It's like
Yeah.
probably the biggest asset I own. It's probably the
biggest investment?
It's the biggest
Yeah.
investment I own. But because of that, because it was $3,000 in the dentist office, there's free chapsticks that you can take, and I calculated that if they're about $3 a chapstick, I need to steal 1,000 of them to get my money's worth.
Absolutely.
For my root canal implant. So every time I go, I'm like, oh, what flavors you got? Just stick them
Are
in
they
my
nice
purse.
ones?
They're okay. I looked. They actually expired a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, I won't tell anybody if you give me the whole box.
Yeah. A case.
I want all of them. So these are great. Thank you. That
My
was nice.
pleasure. I like to try to give people something.
A little parting gift. But now
Yeah.
I'm actually so curious about 80s skincare, but I don't want to make you repeat the whole episode.
Well, yeah, but you can watch it,
will.
or I'll just give you the breakdown over the
Yeah.
phone.
Next time you're working on my
Yes,
face,
I
you'll be
can do that, yeah.
Can I actually next time I go, just give me the 80s facial?
Oh, I will do that.
And you're like,
Oh my
okay,
God.
here's some Ginate.
Yes, I looked for that. By
Oh
the
my
way, I
God.
looked, and I forgot to
Oh.
mention that.
I
All
would
that
have
stuff
had,
is so
had
expensive.
Ethel Gold ship it from Brooklyn. I would have had my mom mail it.
Oh my God, Gina
Does she still
Tay.
wear it?
Ginate. No, but I'm
Oh.
sure it's like the bottom of the linen closet.
Oh, yeah.
in one of those collections.
She's drinking a martini and Rossi Asti Spumante.
Yeah.
Did you remember Skin So Soft from
Oh
Avon?
yeah, I
Oh,
saw that too.
Skin So Soft. Yeah.
I wanted to buy him all the stuff.
Yeah.
I went to New York just a minute ago when I said
Yeah,
that.
well,
But all of it on eBay
You
is
got
so
back
expensive.
really quick. Was
Yeah, I
that
know. I got
JetBlue
back.
or
Yeah.
Delta? Who did you fly just now to get
It was the
back?
Concorde,
The
actually.
jet
yeah.
definitely blew.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I derailed you.
No, I don't even remember what I was talking about.
That you went back to, you were going to get all those stuff. When you
Oh,
were,
it's just really expensive because it's all like
I was going to say,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be,
it's not worth it.
that was going to be my next thought was like, don't spend that much money. Because it would all be the vintage old, it's not worth it.
I wanted to have like a whole desk full of all of the products.
It would have been fun.
It would have been fun.
Maybe, do you guys have a really good visual effects team here? Maybe they could just, superimpose
Holograms?
a picture
Oh, there, yeah.
of like all
Yeah.
the 80s stuff as we've talked about it. Just a little pop-up video.
And while you're at it, we have to blurb this out as I say it. But put a bottle of Snapple, like superimpose a bottle of
Yeah.
Snapple in between you both. So
Oh, that's a good
Maybe
idea.
we can foster some. Also, we have to get that out because Foster's
lager?
doesn't
Yeah.
sponsor us. But we could probably get some sponsorship.
But
that
are you
way.
guys sponsored by Skin So Soft? Because then you can get Avon all up in
all
your
day.
Yeah. My mom was an Avon lady.
Was she?
She used to have the little teeny tiny lipsticks. The little. Oh, they were so
I
fun.
lived for those. My mom would always host the parties.
Oh yeah.
So we do that in like the clip-on jewelry.
Oh, did you ever have any of the necklaces that had perfume in them?
No.
Oh, I had like a beetle that you would squeeze it, and the wings would go like this, and then there was two sides of perfume on two different perfumes in there.
Oh,
Those
no.
all the Beatles like that do that, or is that like a?
Just the ones that I got from the Avon.
Because I've seen the
thing.
Beetle like that, but I didn't know they had perfume. That
Yeah,
came
so
out.
buy me one of
No,
those for
I never.
Christmas.
I would have loved
A
one of
beetle?
those.
That necklace. Yeah, they were super cool.
I would have loved one of those. We would do. Oh my God, what was the name of it? I mean, no, I'm not. Don't Park Lane Jewelry.
I don't know
Was
that.
the one, but I remember thinking it was like the classiest thing in the world.
Sounds
No,
classy.
it wasn't. But I mean, the clip-on earrings with the red danglies, and I would.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually where talk about like what's your first comedy thing? It was all my mom's friends, and the lady who hosts the event is always like, let's go around the room and everybody like say your name and say something about yourself. And so it came to me and I went, I'm Jackie and I'm a Jap. And
You know that's going in the teaser, right?
because I was always brought up to think, I thought that Jap meant funny person.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
that's hilarious.
So here, and then literally everybody in the room is like laughing at me. But also, for viewers who are not aware of, if you've never met an East Coast Jew, Jap is not Japanese person
No.
either. It stands
No.
for Jewish American Princess.
So you were off on on both of them completely.
Because
Oh
have
my
you ever
gosh.
heard Jewish American Princess
Yeah.
before or
Yeah.
Jap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So New York, that's like second nature. Like we'd be like, oh my God, such a Jap, such a Jap, such
Yeah,
a Jap.
yeah, yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'm Jackie and I'm a Jap. So of course all the old Jewish ladies are like cracking up. And then my mom is just like, oh God. And I thought it just meant I was a funny person.
I love it.
But I was working in Hawaii a few years ago, probably like 6-7 years ago, and I had my nails done. I was working for a company with them, so I had like the logo of the company like on my nails, and people in Hawaii were like, I like your nails, and I was like, oh thanks, it's my one Jappy Vice. And I'm like,
Oh my
Oh, no.
God, hilarious!
I'm in Hawaii.
But they didn't know, right?
Hawaii is
Oh,
like
oh
very,
my gosh.
it's like
Yeah.
Oh,
very
yeah.
laden with
That's
Japanese culture. And I saw the look on their face and I went, oh, my Jap's different than your Jap.
Just keep
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
it.
And they were like, what's your Jap?
Yeah.
And then I was like, and then they told me, they were like, okay, I mean, that makes sense. But they also had never heard
Yeah,
that
yeah.
before.
Oh my God,
in their
dander
lives.
went up in the back of their
Yeah.
necks. I don't know what that's it.
Yeah.
So that you
Dander
thought
is.
Jap meant a funny person.
Yes.
So that means that whoever you learned that from called somebody that and was laughing at them,
Okay.
Or
like
they
in that
called
kind
me
of.
a Jap at some
And then
point,
somebody
I was
laughing.
just
And you're like, I'm
"Oh,
fine."
Yeah, yeah,
They think
yeah.
I'm
Oh, that's hilarious.
Because, like, your brain makes up answers to things that it doesn't
Yeah,
know. So
yeah.
I was like, well, what could they possibly be calling me?
Must be funny. Yeah,
That
yeah,
must
yeah.
be hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then you use their same joke as your own joke.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
And probably the fact that I
Interesting.
wasn't in on the joke made the joke 10 times better.
10 times funnier, yeah.
Best lesson in comedy ever.
That's
As an
ama-
8-year-old.
And I knew you were going to do a little bit of stand up in front of your mom's friends. Like that was like your tight,
That was
tight
my
10
dad was
seconds.
a politician.
He was?
My dad was a local politician, so like didn't make any like big money or anything. Actually, no money. It was like an unpaid position. But like every 2 or 4 years, he'd have to get his name on the ballot. Chuck Schumer used to call my house all the time when
No
we were
shit.
because he wasn't Chuck Schumer then.
Right.
He was like a low level
Charles Schumer.
guy. He was Chuck Schumer. Emphasis on the Mar. Yeah.
It's
That was
classic.
when he was Irish. Yeah, it's different.
Sure.
The accent's it's all
Yeah, it's a put on.
disguise.
Yeah.
But yeah, he used to call and be like, "Is your father home? It's Chuck." Because he was only like a local like state senator. He
Okay.
wasn't, U.S. senator
Yeah.
at the time. And like I remember going on like a field trip to Washington D.C. in like 8th grade and being like, "Oh, hi, Chuck. Like I'm, Jacob Gold's daughter." And he was like, "Ah, gee." And I was, again,
Oh.
I was the Jap of the ball.
Yeah.
I was everybody.
What's
I was like,
happening now?
Jackie,"
Yeah.
But sorry, the reason I bring it up was my dad, I would have these like repertoire of like 12 jokes that he probably would tell everywhere we went. So like I knew all of it. So he would start a joke and I would just say the punchline.
Oh no! Oh, that's hilarious.
So he'd be like, "What do you call a waterbed in a Jewish home?" I'm like, "The Dead Sea. Let's go."
Let's wrap this up.
I got places to be.
Yeah.
So I think that was like my big intro to comedy.
That was your
That was
intro to
like
comedy.
my- yeah.
It's very similar to what you did earlier when you took the last thing I was going to talk about with the posture. You took you took your dad's punchline, and then
I-
you just went right for the.
I took your whole podcast
I
line.
know. I just got so much smaller.
But that is a.
But is that a real exercise that you can do?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, will you put the thing up there? I know you're trying, but yeah. I just can't remember. And do I have it on paper? Actually, I do.
Because I could feel it moving. I just don't know if you could see it.
Well, let me talk about a couple things first.
Okay.
Okay, so people have different ways of dealing with double chins. Some people do Kybella. Have you heard about that?
No.
So Kybella it's like deoxycholic acid, and they inject it in there, and it supposedly breaks down the fat. It makes the fat cells explode. Apparently, that
Any
sounds fucking
side
scary
effects
to
or
me.
no side effects?
I don't know. I
Wait,
wouldn't do
explode, not even shrink? Because
No,
fat cells
explode.
typically they shrink.
Right.
So you always have the same fat cells.
But then where would they go? Because if they exploded, right? Let's say they broke them apart, like you had a big fat cell.
Yeah.
I took a biology class once too. Me and
Yeah, so you
one
can-
class.
Now-
I took
now that you said
one
that-
class of
People?
everything.
Yeah.
So
I'm
if
listening.
they explode, and now you have the little fat cells, like do they get placed somewhere else in your body?
I think your body would just absorb them.
Okay.
But here's the thing: when you take fat cells away from one place, your body has a cell memory, and so like, I know someone very recently who'd had they had a double chin, got rid of the fat here. The fat came back in their neck, and they had a fat neck. So
Oh, and they went down
Then
to
they
the-
went
Interesting.
back and got it.
And then they
done
got rid of it
again.
here, and it just kept
Yeah,
moving
yeah,
down
exactly.
their body.
Yeah.
And now they have a fat upper pussy area.
You should see their toenails. My God.
They got a tupa.
Tupa?
The toe upper pussy area. No, that doesn't work.
I mean, if you hold your toes above your
So
vagina.
that one sounds dangerous.
It
Like,
does.
that
It sounds
seems very
scary.
risky.
and it costs about $1,000 to $2,400 per session, and you normally have to do like 3 or 4 sessions, multiple sessions.
right. And is a session probably a shot?
That's a good question. I don't know because I'm on the natural side of skincare.
Right.
I don't really do a lot of investigating before I do my podcast. But yes,
No one's tuning in for accuracy.
I believe that for sure, and I really pray that that's true. Let's see other ways.
The disclaimer on the bottom now.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do a lot of stuff. Natural ways. Now I read this, and I don't know. I guess this is somewhat true, but like reducing inflammation in your body. So like eating no refined foods, no sugar,
I think that probably
healthy fats, no
makes
trans
a big
fats.
difference.
Yeah,
You would just think. I mean, that's
Low dairy.
I feel like that's.
I bloat with a lot of
101.
sugar.
oh, okay. In your face, you notice that?
And so if I have a sugar before I go to bed and it's like a good amount of it, I'll wake up and my eyes will I'll feel it in my eyes.
Really?
I'll feel it almost like I'm kind of hungover.
That's your liver, by the way. Your eyes are connected to your liver. So if you're having
if your sugar intake is through alcohol,
Sugar.
then
That's
Yeah.
good. Well, even
Then
sugar
even just
itself.
regular sugar,
Yeah, we'll
your
definitely.
liver's going to process that.
Yeah. But
So-
I have I kind of counteract it because I take 13 fish oil tabs a day.
So maybe just your eyes are just puffing up because
Into
you're
fish.
turning into
Into
a
a
fish.
fish.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's fine because
Yeah.
that's good. Fish is good for
Maybe
me.
a blowfish.
if I turn into fish, that'd be good for me. A blowfish with just my eyes, like Homer Simpson.
I feel like it matches your hair. I don't know why, because you have like the little cheekies and the curly
it'd be
hair.
like
I feel
a-
And then they have, like, little
you would be a
bulbous eyes.
blowfish.
Bulbous eyes. Well, I probably should start drinking a lot more. so I get
Oh, yeah.
really big bulbous eyes.
I want to turn you into a
No,
cartoon.
but I think it would do the opposite. Wouldn't your skin like close up over your eyes?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Eye
right.
pockets.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Eye pockets.
Eye pockets.
All right. So we
Disclaimer:
agree.
not affiliated with,
Yeah, not
with
affiliated.
Jim,
Yeah, thank
with
Jim
Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not getting or
Oh,
hot
that's
or
right,
Jim
yes.
Gaffigan. Yeah, we have to blurt out Jim Gaffigan's name because
Yeah.
We have to blurt it out or
we have to
blur it out.
Well, we can leave that alone.
Jim
Okay.
Jaffigan.
Kim Jeff.
Perfect.
Yeah, there we go.
Kim
Yeah,
Jeff.
that's
We
perfect.
confuse the people.
Yeah.
Lean pockets is what we're going
Yeah.
for.
Yeah,
Those actually exist.
Yeah, that's
they
actually
do,
cough
actually.
syrup inside of a microwave pizza.
Yeah.
Lean pockets because you're drinking lean. We can move on. That's fine.
Okay, that's good.
I notice it in my face too. Like when I'm eating healthier, I can
You can see it in your face?
I can see the definition change
All
for
right,
sure.
so then that is a true way to do it.
Yeah. But that's like someone being like, you can lose weight, diet, and exercise. You're like, oh, thank you.
Kidding me.
So you're like, oh, it's crazy. I ate better, and my body reacted.
But
Wow.
what's the trick?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
If you could
the
put
thing.
diet, if I wish exercise was interchangeable. Like, you always, we have those friends that are like, I ran 6 miles. I'm like, spot me one.
Yeah,
Like, give
yeah.
me 1 mile.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, let my body feel the benefits of, like, 1 mile. You take your 5. I'll take, just
Yeah.
give me transferable, I should say.
Transferable,
What
yeah.
did I say?
yeah.
Transcribable?
I don't know.
I don't know what I said.
Interchangeable.
I said interchangeable.
Oh, okay.
I mean transferable.
I followed you. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made sense.
Like,
Yeah.
for everybody who's, like, at the gym for 2 hours, I'll take 30 minutes.
Well, yeah, me running a mile right now would probably be equivalent to somebody who's in better shape who has been doing it to running 5. Like that's the benefit because
Yeah.
they're 100%, you're 40%, whatever it is. Like even if you're going like 20% of your possible, it's still better than doing nothing. So do 20% of the effort is what I'm trying to
That's
say.
what I tell myself when I show up to an actual like exercise class and stuff, and it's like hard. I'm like, you showed up.
You showed up.
Yeah,
You showed up.
That's
like
the hardest
you're doing
part.
it. I was like, you're here. Like I was like, even if
Yeah.
you wind up doing the bare minimum, or you're like, walking your way or marking your way through it, I'm like, you showed up.
Yeah.
You're here. Yeah, my dad is a large man, and anytime he hears of someone who like dies from like exercising or running, he's like, "Hey, you see? It doesn't happen to me. You know what? They're never gonna say about me."
Yeah.
And he's 78 now, so it's
Oh
working.
wow!
That's
So yeah,
hilarious.
he's doing
Working.
something right.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was younger, if we would go shopping, I was like, I'm going to the mall. He's like, buy me a belt. I said, well, how do I know if it fits you? He goes, if it wraps around you twice,
Wow.
it fits me.
That's perfect.
And I stood there in Macy's just like wrapping belts around myself.
He just eyeballed it too. He's probably like,
Yeah.
if Rap's trying it twice. It's,
Yeah. I think it was like a passing comment that he had just made, but then
It-
it,
yeah.
it was
It
true. I
became
came
a
back with one. I was
measurement
like,
increment.
I tried here, and it was right.
Dad wisdom. He didn't.
Yeah.
He probably joking around, but he just knew instinctively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 Jackies equal.
2 Jackies equal 1 Jacob.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Jackie's and Jacob.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
No,
I
no,
cut
no, I
you.
was-
I cut you off.
Oh,
You were
no,
telling
yeah,
us the
I
other
cut-
way.
I
We
cut-
all
we
have
both
knives.
cut off,
We all
yeah.
have knives, and we don't know how to use our turn signals.
Well, probably also with the reducing inflammation too. Like probably, I'm sure, and you probably could speak to this better than I can. Like turmeric or like anti-inflammatory things. Do you
Sure.
think that would make a difference?
Yeah, I think it would help with if it's helping with inflammation, it's going to help with all of your inflammation, not necessarily on your face or on your chin, but yeah, I'm trying to think of what.
Because usually it's joints, maybe like.
Yeah,
when I'm
yeah,
thinking
that's a
of
good question. I
inflammation.
don't know if it's going to affect your face.
Yeah.
Okay, but then I put 5 exercises that you can do to improve your double chin.
Okay.
So I would like you, if you wouldn't mind,
would
to
love to do
perform
them.
them. And Sandra,
It's
will
like-
you also?
Absolutely.
It's like
yeah.
Sit
Kegels
up.
for my chin. Kegels?
I don't know. I say
I also
Kegels.
looked to you. I was like, okay, you tell me. Is it Kegels or Kegels?
Well, it's named after
Feel like you're
Dave
the expert.
Dave Kagal, who
yeah.
was
Oh, yeah.
Steven Seagal's
I was
cousin.
going to say it's his brother.
So-
Yeah.
Heard they had a falling out.
Yeah. He wanted to name it Flock of Kegals. Flock of Kegels. But people were like, that's disgusting.
Okay. I never know how to end those.
I never had
okay.
to start them. So
They never
it's-
have it. They
never
don't
have an ending.
They-
No.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
It's life.
Me talking is the ending. So, the first one's called Jaw Jut, right? 2 J's, Jaw Jut. And all you're doing, and I may have even shown this to you before, and I like to add a little bit of, I put my hands on my chest because you want to provide a little bit of tension, and you're going to put your
Oh,
your
I thought that
bottom.
we just put our hands here so we pray it
That's
works.
it, yeah. Dear Lord.
Dear Lord, please, whatever cockamamie exercise I do, please let it do the trick.
I love cockamamie so much that you
Yeah.
said that. I just love you even more now.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
Hey, don't be so excited. All right, so then you're going to take your chin, I mean your lower teeth, and you're going to put it over your and your chin. You're going to put it over your top teeth, and in this, so you like this. You go up to the sky. You're holding, and then you go.
Okay. I just can't tell if I can't tell if I'm putting my teeth over my teeth.
I can't tell if you are either.
I can't tell.
I'm biting my cheeks.
Can you go like this?
Is it this? Is this?
Kinda, yeah.
Get up.
Do you feel it right here?
Oh, because it's this.
Yeah.
It's this
Yeah,
muscle.
yeah. Oh yeah, I
So
feel
if you
some
do,
stretch.
yeah,
These are great to do in public, by the way. If you're on the subway, if you want to have the whole seat to yourself,
You're not a fan of small talk? Just start doing that.
yeah. You know those chairs that say just for pregnant ladies? Nope, you do this. You'll get that seat.
just for jaw jetting. So yes, you do that 30 times, and you want to look at the ceiling almost like you're kissing the ceiling, right? And so you're engaging all these muscles.
Does it mess your hearing up when you do it? It messes my hearing up a little.
Let me see. Talk.
It's- No, every time I go to do it, I hear like a rustling, like
No.
a
That might be something else.
You might have
It
leaves
might
in
be
your
the
mouth.
sound of like my neck moving.
Yeah,
My
oh,
body,
maybe. Oh, my
body's
God.
not used to moving that. It's like, oh, it's like my body creaking as I do it.
Excuse me.
Wow, that's a. Yeah, I do feel that. It's
You can feel it, and you.
I can feel that.
And then, what else was I going to say about that?
Instead of don't try that at home, it's like, please only do these at home.
Yeah, please only
Yeah.
do these in private. Okay, so that's that one. Because a couple of reasons. You want to stretch out this muscle here, platysma muscles that are here, which is also good for preventing the neck cording.
Okay, because honestly, I feel like I'm starting to get a little something right here.
Well, we can work on that.
The turkey-ish.
And when I come to your house and give you a facial, we can work on it. And also, okay, yeah. So let's finish the exercises. This one's hard for me. I don't know if this is one of those things that some people can do, some people can't, and you're supposed to do it for 15 to 30 seconds. We don't have to do it. Fish face.
I thought you were going to say minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, who has that
30
patience? Meanwhile, 5 hours later, I'm sitting on
To meditate.
sitting on the
Yeah,
couch,
yeah.
haven't moved. I'm like 15 minutes. Who has that type of time?
We're going to demonstrate it right now for 30 minutes. So yeah.
Oh my god, guys, we've only been on for 15 minutes.
Oh, that's perfect. The clock started over.
like this time.
The thermostat. Yeah.
yeah,
15 degrees in here. Woo, can't believe I don't need my jacket.
perfect. It really is nice.
Okay, so can you do a fish face? I don't. Oh my God! So you can do it.
I would think that would give wrinkles.
Maybe
you can see how
here,
it does, like.
You're actually not making any wrinkles on your
Well,
upper
then
lip,
again,
though.
I may not be doing it right. Like, am I not supposed to bite the sides?
Yeah,
You're
you
just
are
supposed
kind
to
of.
do
You're
this?
supposed to suck them in, kind of. I hope you're getting close-ups on all of this ridiculousness. I don't even know if I'm doing it right.
I'm ready for my wide
Yeah, I
shot,
don't know.
Mr.
Am I
DeMille.
supposed to hold it in like
Yeah, you're
like
supposed
I'm
to
doing?
hold it in. Yeah. Exactly.
I would feel like that would create wrinkles, like, or maybe that's an urban legend, like when they said like don't drink out of a straw because you're pursing.
Well, let me see. I mean, I guess a little bit, or you can just suck it with your mouth, like
Yeah.
you're with on the. I don't. When I do
How
it
else
with
would
a straw, I don't
How
go
else
like,
do you suck a straw
I
if you're
mean,
not
like,
using your mouth?
your
I don't go
teeth.
like this, like.
Oh yeah, like an udder. Yeah. That's the last straw, to be honest with you.
There was a girl that
She did that in school?
I knew this girl that she would eat ice cream, and if this was like the spoon, it was anything she would eat. She'd be like she would eat with her lips.
Ugh, so gross.
Yeah.
So disturbing.
Zero Dark 30. That's what's the lady's name with the red hair?
Chastain.
That's all she does is lick knives and make her mouth just do like this, like.
I had a.
I've never noticed that.
Yeah, she acts with her licking her peanut butter off of her. I mean, it's just it's so
Wait,
obvious.
sorry, is there an actual scene where she's licking peanut butter off a knife?
Yep.
Or
like
okay.
why? Why is that even in there?
It's an actor's choice, you know.
Oh wait, I did see the movie. You're right, but I didn't even remember
Yeah,
the peanut butter.
it was so
but yeah.
annoying to me because I didn't even know why. It was
Yeah,
just
she was
annoying.
like a mouth spooner. Oh.
I had a friend that
your
would.
friend, yeah.
I had a friend that would put whatever it was, pizza or a tomato, whatever it was he put in his mouth. He would always meet his tongue to his hand halfway, and they used to. I used to hate it so much. He used to go. I'm like, no, just bring it to your mouth. Why do you need to like corral the pizza with your tongue? Like that's
It's like, do you
just
not trust your hand?
unnecessary.
Like, you don't think your hand's gonna finish the
yeah,
job?
just bring it in. You have a bum shoulder, like. Like it was really blue. I really hated it.
Yeah, lazy tongue. His tongue didn't sit up
You got a
straight.
lazy tongue, yeah.
His
The
tongue
posture.
didn't have good posture.
Exactly. If you would have jaw jutted a little more, you know.
Yeah, you
or-
might have been. Yeah, not so gross. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Chin touch to the tongue. Oh, to the tongue. Chin touch
Chin
to
touch to the tongue. I like Chumbawamba a lot. Yeah.
I get my tongue. I'm gonna get brisket again.
So you're supposed to be able to take your tongue and touch your chin. I can't do it. Oh wait, actually I can.
Jesus.
You have a very long. Wait, who
Yeah.
are you, Gene Simmons?
I didn't know I could do that.
You can't make a fish face, but you could touch your chin with your tongue.
Yeah. You can't.
That's a pretty good trait. I can't do that.
Look.
All that did is just give me a bigger double chin. Because look,
Yeah.
for me to make that happen,
Well, don't do that part.
I have to. Where else?
I can't.
Well, sit up straight.
I feel like a frog that doesn't know how to make it in life.
All right, maybe this isn't our favorite one.
I feel like that's for people who maybe have
It's good
long
exfoliant.
tongues.
Long tongues. Okay,
Probably.
yeah. Okay, and then let's see. Oh, neck rolls.
I have those.
Stretching your neck. Yeah, you do.
I definitely have neck rolls.
You didn't even hesitate to agree with him.
Yes, you do.
I have
Anyway,
to. It's improv.
Do you have the creases that are still there even when you finish moving?
I do.
Like
There's
when you're
like-
just
In the back?
standing there and you just see all the skin creases.
they're uncured hot dogs. They're in the back of my. Yeah.
Is it a 7-Eleven rotisserie circling?
Oh, it smells so
Oh,
good.
yeah. I smelled his neck. Was it yesterday?
Like he's a baby?
No,
Yeah.
yeah, I do. And he smells like he has
Cleaning
like
the
baby
folds.
baby sweaty neck, and it does smell like a little bit like
it has,
vinegar.
it has like a vinegary smell to
But
it.
it
I'm
smelled
sure.
like Taco Bell yesterday.
Like dirt.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it was the vinegar,
Like
I
really
think.
quality meat.
Yeah, like spicy meat.
Like a chalupa. You're basically
Yeah,
a chalupa.
chalupa.
You've been bathing with cumin?
That's adorable. Do you have to then clean, like, do you clean the back of your neck like with a washcloth?
No, when I was
To get the
when I
folds?
was younger, like I would use rubbing alcohol to clean my neck, and
my
it would
gosh.
actually take. I didn't realize it was like so bad for you.
Yeah.
But I guess I was just a really filthy kid. But like I was much fatter, so like the skin would like fold
Yeah.
into itself, or whatever, and like it would come out like almost like black because there was that much
Whoa.
It
like.
was probably lint. Like, I don't
Oh,
think you
yeah.
were dirt. Like, it was also like...
Dead
Oh, yeah,
skin.
yeah,
It
that
was
makes
probably
sense.
also like
Yeah.
fabric, like pieces of, like, you know, fabric.
Pieces of fabric, bolts of fabric.
I'm sure it's
Yeah.
probably, but yeah, it's probably like a bunch of like
Some
miniature
lint,
belly buttons
and
back
then
there.
Yeah.
They were just sucking it in dirt and filth and
I mean,
dirt.
my friend, her kid was like a giant meatball, and we would just like, I'd be like, oh my god, look what's under this fold.
You found stuff in there?
Like, I mean, it was just like
It's
you'd
a
be like,
lottery
oh,
ticket.
Like in
Yeah.
the summertime, like he'd be tan, and then you lift up the fold, and it would have like tan lines.
oh my god.
Like they would just be white.
That was my childhood.
Yeah, yeah. You just
absolutely.
described it.
I would love to
Yeah.
see a baby Sandro.
Oh, so cute.
There's
Can we-
Nikki
we
has
superimpose-
Nikki has some.
This
I
is
would
not
love to have-
sponsored by Baby Sandro.
No.
No, or
this is not.
superimpositions. So anybody superimposing, do it on your own time. Okay.
Let's see. Okay, so neck rolls. So stretching your neck is good, right? So you can roll your neck,
Oh, I do that.
right? And then
Yeah.
you can do the back, go around the back. And it's good to like.
I was
the
worried
back.
I'd do it too much because it cracks all the time.
Yeah. If I go back, I can't do it. 'cause
Yeah,
I-
back is hard. It's a
Yeah.
little harder. And then also you can. Anytime you just stretch out your neck, it helps.
This was a good. When I did physical therapy on my shoulder, we'd hold like you said. If you're at home, you can like a soup can or whatever, like like 10 pounds on one arm, and then the other arm just do this. So actually
Oh, right,
actually
okay.
benefits by keeping this arm down
Oh, okay.
to
Oh, so it's
stretch.
the way-
So that you're
Oh.
not doing this while you're because you have a tendency to.
I do this. Oh, that is
Oh, God,
100% where
You
I
like
keep my
like this?
attention.
Yeah.
My
I'll
neck,
have
yeah.
to like stop myself where I'm like, you can like just sitting in normal life, like, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
put him down,
It's not earrings.
put him down,
Yeah.
put him down.
Put him down. Yeah.
I started doing yoga. I say started. I went to 2 classes.
Okay.
That's starting
but one
something.
was yesterday. But I found myself like kind of sore afterwards, and I'm like, either one, I am opening up muscles and stuff that
Yeah.
I haven't, or also I'm like, my body might just not like. Anyway, I bring it up because. They're always like telling you, you have to
Yeah, put
relax your
your- yeah.
shoulders and then
Yeah.
do this and that. But it's like, I feel like this has become my status quo that like when I push it down, I'm like, oh, I think my body's sore because it's not used to
Yeah, it's not used to being in-
in a resting position.
Resting hurts.
I live, Japs are always tense. Are always, yeah.
Japs are tense.
Funny people are tense.
Funny people are
Funny
tense.
people are
Yeah,
tense,
right,
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in our nature.
Okay, and then what else? I can massage it. And the thing that Jackie said earlier, super important, tongue position. You can make such a big difference. just by putting your tongue to the roof of your mouth, right above your teeth,
I've heard this before.
and then you make a little bit of a sucking.
See, I was thinking I would do that
Oh,
for
I can feel-
pictures.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can see, yeah.
That's
But
why
then
they have
I
you
feel like
put-
it just everyone looks constipated.
No, the people when people take pictures, they put their tongue back through their teeth too. So maybe that's why.
Oh.
Well, also I feel like the better stretch is putting it up to the roof of your mouth, like you said.
Yeah.
But I think when you put it to like if you need to smile for a picture, putting it to
In
the
your-
top of your teeth looks more natural
Yeah, and it also fills in the gaps in your teeth.
versus like
Yeah. It makes sense.
And it's built when you do it. You want to try and hold it just like you would hold your core if you do so, because you want to engage those muscles so that they stay that way if you can.
oh, you mean like holding that position?
Mm-hmm. Make that your new natural.
I think
The new natural.
yeah, that makes you get used to it because I always like tense my abs. So now, like, and I've been doing it for like I don't know, like 30 years, like you know, probably since like I realized I could do it, just because I keep my posture that way.
Oh, okay.
You know, and I've gotten like 3 ulcers because of it, but it does feel good. But like after a while, you don't realize you're even doing it.
Yeah, because the muscles they have
muscles are
memory,
so-
and
so
they're
that
just
makes sense,
that's
yeah.
what their normal is.
Well, so can you retrain memory?
Yeah, absolutely.
You can retrain muscle
absolutely.
memory.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. I was thinking of the fat cells. I can't retrain my fat cells memory.
No, unfortunately, they're
Okay.
either swollen, shrunk, or sucked out, and then new ones come back.
Oh, so even if you do liposuction, new fat cells will go to replace it?
When you gain weight,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to come back somewhere else.
Yeah, because you only you always keep your fat cells. They
so
just
when you say
shrink.
they have a memory, it's not for where they were. They just
No.
have a memory like that they existed.
How many? Yeah, how many there were, and you
Oh.
usually develop that by about 13. So if you were a fat 13-year-old, and I was just on the cusp and started to gain weight, and so I have a tendency. I'm on Wellbutrin now, so I don't eat like as much as I would, but I have I would tend to be probably 10 pounds heavier than I am.
Oh, I have my maybe I gotta start doing my Wellbutrin again. I get my
It's a skinny drug.
get my really. I
Yeah,
didn't
skinny and
realize.
sex
Maybe
drive.
I gotta start doing it.
Yeah.
I was not a fat teenager. I was always like a very like average to skinny, like, but more so average. Like I was also always taller than all my friends.
Yeah.
So I think I didn't have body issues, luckily, but it would be there a little bit. You know what I mean? Where I'd be like, oh, okay, like I can't share clothes with my friends, like
Aw.
they're tiny.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like so if I borrowed a shirt, my friend was like, you could just keep it, which was her way of being like,
You're
you
gonna stretch
stretched
it
out.
Don't stretch the neck hole.
It's like we were in like leotards, and I remember somebody being like bite size, knuckle size, and they were like looking at our boobies.
Oh my
like,
God.
So it's not like I've had anything, but like comparatively to my friends, I was like more of like the average build. Like I never wore a lot of kid sizes. I always went straight to adult sizes because I was also tall.
Right. Oh,
So
wow.
like only of those like a lot of those like preteen sizes I
Yeah.
didn't do. So I wonder then, does my body have that memory? Hopefully, and it's
yeah.
like that memory of fat cells, or does it have like the fat cells from like my 30s? In
No,
its
no, no.
memory?
And it has the memory of, I think, up until you're 13 or so.
Okay.
You can fact check this and send me in the comments something.
Send us your facts.
Yeah, send us your facts.
Fax us.
But yeah, 13 is usually the age,
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
So basically, if I start eating, my body might be like, "Oh, okay, we're going back to what we used to be."
Well, I mean, you gotta also guide it to,
Okay.
to stay where it's supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Okay.
As long as you remember that fat cells. That's all you have to remember.
We're
Fat
not sponsored
cells.
by Fat.
Fats.
Oh.
Cells. Sales.
cells.
Just
Just sales in general.
Cells.
Oh, I
Yeah.
was thinking fat cells.
Yeah.
CE.
I was
Oh,
thinking
yes.
of ka-ching, money, especially
ka-ching,
entertainment.
ka-ching.
If you have a little bit of a weight on you and you're funny, it makes people feel better about laughing at you.
That's why part of me is trying to embrace it. I'm like, maybe
Just be you.
I'm going
Yeah.
if I'm getting that mom bod, but no kids. Like I have the post 2 kid body,
No, you don't.
but I mean I'm hiding. It's underneath the flannel. I help my friend take care of her son sometimes in the morning, and everyone assumes he's mine because I'm like, "Oh, looks like I birthed him." Yep. That's basically everyone's like, "Oh my god, he looks so like that's that's the key. Walk around with someone else's kid."
But that's funny, and that's also the material. So you don't have the kid, but you have the material from somebody thinking
fat
it
people's
could
sense
be.
of humor.
That's
Because
what
I was raised
yeah.
by a big guy, so I
There
have
you go.
big guy
There you go.
sense of humor.
2 Jackies makes 1 Jacob.
2 Jackies.
So that's
comedy
belt.
wise, yes.
Yeah,
2
yeah.
Jackies definitely much better.
Get a-
It
what
would
a-
take 2 Jacobs for 1 Jackie.
You get a
comedy
little
wise.
belt out of
Comedy-wise,
that
yeah.
guy. Yeah. It's a good conversion.
I basically even told my dad, I was like, I'm like a better version of you. I'm you if you had therapy, if you had access to therapy
Yeah.
when you were young. But yeah,
Do you look alike?
I have all of his features, but I don't look anything like him,
Oh, that's
which I
interesting.
find very lucky.
Like a Mr. Potato Head kind of.
But like I did one of those apps where they age you. They show you what you're going to look like old. Don't do that to
I will
yourself.
never do it.
It's like, and it was, I looked like him.
Don't ever do
I
it
looked
again.
a lot like him.
Oh,
a man.
wow.
Basically,
Oh,
I look
wow,
like a
wow,
man.
wow,
I look
wow.
like
Oh,
an
yeah.
old.
Oh,
well, also because
wow.
my hair's always a lot of times pulled back too. So in those things, they're like, they just assumed they were like, this is
This
you.
is a dude.
This is you. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool. All right. Well, this
We
was
learned
awkward.
a lot of things
Sorry,
today.
I'm sorry. It got
No,
quiet.
no.
I did it. I did it.
I was just doing
I did it.
my exercises.
Oh, let me read this a little bit. Poor
sorry, I
tongue.
couldn't answer you.
Kegel,
I know.
mouth kegs.
Sorry. Yeah.
Jutting.
The other, yeah, jut.
Sorry, guys, I got a
it.
jut.
Yeah.
And you just sit there doing that. You don't even leave. You just
15
stay
to
there.
30 minutes.
Got a jut.
I honestly think a lot of these exercises, part of me is like, I feel like the repercussion from doing the exercise would be worse than if I just had chin fat. like all of a sudden my teeth growing crooked. Like my teeth are like, is that what we do now? And and my lips get like, I get cigarette wrinkles.
You like your
I get the
jaw. You build up
smoker
your
lips.
jaw. Yeah. Okay, so all I was going to say was, as far as tongue position goes, it also affects. We were talking about speech impediments, snoring, sleep apnea. Your tongue position affects it. Tooth grinding, tongue thrust, which is another. It's like it's a position. Yeah.
It's how your friend would eat. With
Yeah,
the
do it.
tongue
Yeah,
thrust.
yeah.
Oh yeah, tongue thrust.
Meet the pizza halfway. Just meet the pizza halfway.
And then the last thing. Oh, mouth.
Because it gets to his mouth faster. I bet you that's why.
He was
couldn't
a
wait
big
to
guy.
eat.
Absolutely. He
wanted
definitely was
the
a
food
glutton.
in his mouth faster.
He was a glutton. But the pizza's already shaped like a triangle, so it goes in your mouth. You don't
No,
have
but
to.
like you know when you're eating spaghetti and you use your tongue
Yeah.
to get it in? I think that's what he was doing, but with all food. I don't know.
Yeah.
Guys, we've only been talking for a minute. So let's
Go back to
Oh,
a
I think
minute.
we're
Yeah,
good.
we have the
that's
whole
nice.
time. Thank you so much for having
Yeah,
me. What are we
yes,
gonna talk about
welcome.
today?
Thanks for coming.
We've only been on for a minute. We just started this podcast.
For people who aren't, for are just listening, we're referencing something you can't see. Go ahead.
Perfect.
That's.
It's a private joke.
I want to make sure everybody
No, but we're
knows.
gonna superimpose it.
Yeah. So then, they'll get a clear picture of it for sure.
Yeah.
If you're listening,
Yeah, there's just this little round
yeah,
timer.
just put the volume up a little more, and you'll be
Yeah, turn the music down so you can find the address.
One time
at your driver.
I turned the music down because I thought I smelled something. I'm not even kidding. I was like, "What is that? My car?" Like
It's because we need to concentrate.
Yeah.
I was once out
That's
with my
true.
friends, had drank way too much, and we were driving, and I was like, "Could you lower the?" I was like, I think I said, I was like, "Could you lower the music? I'm gonna be some." Oh no! Like what with the music? He goes in the same breath.
I want y'all to be present for this.
Well, in this.
Yeah,
I
you
want to
could.
make sure I have your full undivided
Yeah,
attention.
yeah.
But he's like, in the same breath that you said, "Can you lower the music?"
Yeah.
You also could have said, "Can you open the door?"
Yeah, yeah.
Like any of the
Anything
above.
other than that.
Or you could have
Yeah.
asked, "Can I puke in your car?"
I just want to let you. Just want to let you know.
Oh my god. What was your motivation for having the music down?
I think I thought it would like make me feel better.
Oh,
like I was
okay.
like, "Oh, can you lower the
That
music?
makes
I think I'm
sense.
gonna puke." But it
I'm
was
gonna
like one of
ruin
those
your
things you
backseat.
manifest. Like
Yeah.
once you say like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick," then you're like, "Oh,
No,
then
that's it.
Then you're
I
sick.
get like that. Like if I'm in a car and I've had like 4 or 5 Long Island iced teas, I'm like, this music's gonna make me nauseous.
It's the music.
I'm gonna get.
Well, that's what happened. Cotton Eye Joe will do that.
Oh my
Dude.
god! I was gonna say Bubba Sparks. I've been
Yeah.
listening to a lot of Bubba Sparks lately.
I was like, Cotton Eye Joe is actually my get ready song. So like,
Really?
there's certain songs like that pump you up
Yeah.
or this.
What is
if
it? I
I'm
can
in a
hear that.
rush and I like need to get out of the house, so music plays in my head while I'm like, doing things. And if I need to rush and I'm like putting, I'm like, where'd you go?
Cotton Eye Joe?
Come on, Cotton Eye Joe. I've been married a long time ago. Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? That's brushing my teeth. It's not a Cotton Eye Joe. And
Is
it
this
makes
in
me-
your head or is it actually playing?
Are you saying it?
Sometimes I'll sing it
Yeah.
in my head. Sometimes I'm just singing it.
I like it.
Like,
I like
even
it.
to my-
That's hilarious.
I've been married a long time ago. Good And sometimes because I have an Alexa, I'll have Alexa play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good move. Yeah.
But then it's not
Yeah.
surround sound. Like if I'm singing it, it's surround sound.
I want to see
surround
this.
because I'm singing it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's hilarious. It's in both ears.
Yeah.
Directly in my ear.
Yeah, it's like, is it behind me? My God, that's like THX.
I need to feel it wash over me. I need to feel it, Cotton Eye Joe.
Who is Cotton Eye Joe?
Good question.
We-
Where
we're-
did he
we're
come
not-
from?
he's
Where did he
not-
go?
He does
What's
not
wrong with his
sponsoring the
eye?
show, so we're
Yeah,
not going
that's
to talk
true. We
about
can't
him.
talk
But
about him.
Nobody knows where he came from. Nobody knows
where he go.
Where he goes.
Well, every song is like that. You don't know where I'm going, and you don't know where I've been. It's
yeah,
such a
that's an old Marx Brothers.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm toing or froing.
oh
Everything's ripped off of Groucho Marx.
I was thinking about that with like music the other day too, because like I was getting my nails done and she put on like old music, like like old jazzy stuff. And people are always like, music nowadays, it's not written like it was in the old times. I'm like, shaking a baby now, shaking a baby, twist and shout,
Yeah,
twist
yeah.
and shout, like just literally songs that would repeat the same 5 words over and over again.
By the way, it's not shaking the baby.
it's not.
Shake it up, baby. This is why she takes care of children for a living.
no, I thought it was like shaking a baby now.
No, it is
like,
shaking a baby. Oh, I thought you said
oh.
shaking the baby.
No,
I,
not
I
shaking
thought
the
you said
baby.
shaking a baby too.
Yeah, shaking
Oh.
a baby.
Because I mean, yeah.
I am notorious for messing up song lyrics.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I'm notorious
for
for shaking babies.
yeah, for
I'm
shaking
notorious
babies too.
B.I.G.
Losing
Yeah.
yeah.
There was my 6th grade. I just told somebody my 6th grade social studies teacher brought us in to class one day and said, "I have a great song for you," and it was Guantanamera. Guantanamera.
I feel like I've heard it.
If you heard it, you'll be like, "Oh, I've heard that." But she thought it was 1 ton tomato. I eat a 1 ton tomato. She really said it because she thought that she goes, everybody in the town is so poor that they're like praying for a 1 ton tomato. And then this Spanish girl in class was like, no. And she goes, what? Like it was like this comical, like it was.
There was even my cousin in Israel. I was visiting her, and she was listening to. It must have been a Pearl Jam song because who knows what he's saying.
Eddie Vedder is
But I think
unbelievable.
she asked me like, "Can you help me figure out the lyrics?" And so I was like, "Okay, I think he's saying this," and she's like, "Oh, because I thought it was this," and
Yeah.
she was much closer than
You're like, I thought he was speaking Hebrew. Like he was like, he's like, I thought it was closer to like not English at all.
But my brain like will fill in. I thought Little Red Corvette was a lyrical dancing.
What? Lyrical dancing.
I've never heard that.
I've never heard that phrase before. Lyrical. She's such a lyrical dancer.
Dancing.
Oh my God. Lyrical dancing. But
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
never going to hear that
Yeah.
song the same way now.
Yeah,
I
even
gotta
like
hear it.
even Grease, because like my brain was like too young to know what chicks will cream meant.
Oh,
so
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
obviously my brain didn't hear that,
Yeah.
but I did think they were saying something bad.
Oh.
So I thought it was like, this shit's supreme.
I think I thought.
Grease.
I think I thought that too.
And I
Yeah,
was
and I
like,
didn't know
yeah.
what creaming was either.
Yeah. So I'm like, well, that couldn't be it.
Yeah.
yeah, the shit's super. The shit's
shit's
supreme.
supreme.
Yeah.
Shih Tzu.
Tub thumping. I feel like I've gotten this podcast way off track. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Tub thumping from Chumbawamba, not sponsored.
No, not at all.
This
Not
is
even
not
close.
sponsored by Tubs.
None.
Tubs, no.
No, it's a shower band.
But I thought, so I get knocked down, but I get up again. No, you're never going to get me down. I thought was, I get my down, because I'm the Helicat. You're never going to get me down.
I think you should get
Helicat?
your ears waxed, de-waxed. But those are hilarious. But it's not gibberish. They're actually things that like you thought the words were. That's hilarious.
I'm like, this makes sense.
Yeah. They're so hip
To me.
What does that even mean?
Yeah.
And bands will do that sometimes, because then you're like, they make it so hip that you're like, they won't even get it. We're so
That's what
high.
Yeah.
I think that's what I thought, because the
Yeah.
song was like so silly, where I was like, you're never going to get my down. Like as if my down was like that's like, you're never going to get my down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a phrase that
I get my down.
the kids
Yeah.
say
I'm the
that.
Helicat.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my
I'm a
pillow.
Helicat.
I'm
Yeah.
the Helicat.
I'm going to
You're
call
never
you
gonna get my
Helicat.
down.
Oh my God, you're a Helicat.
I'm a Helicat.
Well, how do you guys feel?
I feel good. I feel like I've learned a lot.
I do
and
too.
I feel like the riffs have been on point, except for the people that don't sponsor the show.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Riffs.
Yeah.
Messing up Chumbawamba.
Yeah. They're Chubba Wubba.
Chupalupas, remember Chupalupas?
Yeah. Chupaloopas.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, thanks for coming, and
Oh,
it was
yeah.
such a pleasure, so much fun.
This was a lot of fun.
And I would love to have you back. And if you ever want to co-host, I'll hit you up. If you ever want to do that with me, I'm putting you on the spot right now,
no,
but yeah,
I would love that.
because it's fun.
I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I didn't talk too much as a guest. Wait,
No!
wait
Oh my
until
God.
I'm a co-host. He thought I monopolized the mic now. You just wait.
I'm just going to put your name really small
Yeah.
on the thing. Just Jackie Gold.
It's okay. Typical flyers. typical promo.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks so much for hanging out with us, and I will see you next time on Sex, Drugs, and Skincare. Bye bye.